चार्जर हमारा हम करके लाएंगे. Thank you. Yes, children. So, Mehak, kindly don't do anything now. I have already started the recording. Class 7C, good morning. We are continuing with the chapter Human Environment, Transport and Communication. Please put today's date. It is 11th of January. Turn to page number 57. We have already discussed with roadways and railways. Now is the time to discuss the most abundantly used, or you say the most widely used means of transportation, and that is the waterways. Turn to page number 57. So as requested, Nusra, please begin the reading.
Waterways. Did you ever imagine how man spread his habitation throughout the
Your
world?
sound is not
How
coming
did
properly, beta.
did you ever imagine how man spread his habitation throughout the world? How did the New World, America and Australia came into existence? Right from prehistoric time, man has been crossing water bodies. The oldest canoe, a dugout pine log found in Netherlands, is thought to be 8,000 years old. In history, you must have learned how people from Europe went and colonized Americas and Australia on board huge ships that took them across oceans and seas. Though slow,
Continue.
though slow, water transport is the cheapest mode of transport. Bulky materials in huge quantities can be transported through water bodies. They are the cheapest because very little cost is involved in building the transport networks. They occur naturally as rivers, lakes, seas, and oceans, the natural highways for transportation.
Stop. So while we are talking about waterways, since the beginning of the earth's creation, the first ever transportation which early humans used in order to transport themselves or goods from one place to another over a longer distance. So they have made use of what? They have made use of waterways. And since the beginning, waterways have been used to transport people and goods. Now we see when we talk about the older times of water transport, people simply used a log of wood. A log of wood was cut from a tree, and because it can float easily on water, therefore people used to sit on those logs of wood and they used to travel across the river boundaries or other water bodies. But as time developed, as people got to know the use of boats, ships and other, the waterways got further improved. It got further devised. And nowadays, there are quickly running or motor running boats that float very easily, that sail through the oceans. We know in order to transport goods or to go from one place to another, you can either make use of airways or you can make use of waterways. Now, airways is very expensive. It is not in everybody's hands to afford that expensive mode of transportation. Therefore, waterways became the abundantly used and a cheap mode of transportation. And here also we would like to mention that water transport needs the minimum amount of fuel. For example, if you are sailing a boat in the same direction in which the water is flowing, you may be needing very less fuel. So this is how waterways became very popular and it became very useful while we want to go across the continent. When people discovered countries like America or when they discovered countries like country like India, the sailors went on a voyage. They went on a water journey and ultimately they landed up discovering a continent. So this is how we can say that since very beginning of the earth's creation, since very beginning of man's existence, waterways had been there. Roadways, they developed later. Railways, they also developed later when the when the steam engine was invented, or airways also when the aircraft was invented. But waterways, it was there since the very beginning of the earth. Yes, Nusra, please read out from the next section. Waterways are generally categorized into two types, that is inland waterways and ocean or sea routes. Please read out from inland waterways.
Inland waterways are the navigable rivers, lakes, and canals through which passenger and goods can be transported on boats and steamers. They are common in most countries of the world.
Okay,
Important
so inland waterways means when you travel through water within the same country. For example, you must have studied about the backwaters in Kerala, right? If you remember, last year we have studied about the backwaters in Kerala, where the small streams and rivers connect to different areas of Kerala, and then people transport goods and they themselves travel from one place to another. So there are some important inland waterways in India as well as across the world. Let us read about these inland waterways. Inland waterways means within the same country, when you are not crossing the ocean, when you are not crossing the sea. Yes, Nusra, continue.
Important inland waterways. First, the Haldia Allahabad stretch of the Ganga and the Sadia Dhubri stretch of the Brahmaputra are the two significant inland waterways provided by the Ganga Brahmaputra river system. They carry bulky agricultural cargo and passengers.
Fine. So let me mention this here only. Those who are using an old book, there are 3-4 lines which are missing in this paragraph. Besides, the last 4 lines are the same. Next, located in USA, the Canada and the Great Lake.
Located in USA and Canada, the Great Lakes linked to the sea via the St. Lawrence Waterway is the busiest and the largest inland waterway in the world.
Underline
Other
this. The St. Lawrence Waterway, the busiest and the largest inland waterway in the world. Read out.
Other important inland waterways are the Mississippi and Missouri
It's
rivers of
Mississippi Rivers,
southern US.
Southern USA. Please turn the page, children. Page number 58 now.
Rivers Seine and Loire in France, River
Okay.
Rhine in Germany, the
Hmm.
Nile in Africa, especially in Egypt,
Okay.
the Yangtze
The
Kiang,
Yangtze Kiang. The Yangtze Kiang.
the Yangtze Kiang in China, Irrawaddy in Myanmar, and Mekong in Indochina.
Okay. Indochina. Indochina border. This river is River Mekong is there. So these are some other important waterways that we see in your continent Asia, like this Indochina one. And then there are some other, like some are in Egypt, some are in USA, and the rest in Germany and across the world. So these are certain of the names where the inland waterways are found in across the world, in the countries themselves. Okay, the ocean and sea routes. Now let us talk about those ocean routes or water routes which connect one continent to another continent. For example, if some goods are to be imported from Australia to India or from South America to India, so they have to carry this whole region of the Pacific Ocean in order to arrive to this place. So let us check out some important, very important sea routes and ocean routes all around the world. Joshita, please continue reading.
Much of the trade in the ancient and medieval period was carried on through ocean.
Your voice is not coming properly. Much of the trade in the ancient and medieval period was carried on through oceans and seas. Columbus's discovery of America, in fact, happened when he was trying to find a new sea route from Europe to Asia. Columbus was on a journey, on a water journey, in order to locate the sea route from the continent Europe to the continent Asia. But he moved on somehow to the other direction and he landed up discovering a continent, the continent USA, the continent America, not USA, sorry, the continent America. So this is how America got developed, America got discovered accidentally. In spite of its slow speed, even today, oceans transport is of vital importance in the world economy. We know all the goods which are transported from one country to another country are to be transported through water only. About 90% of the goods that travel around the globe are carried by ships. They form the natural water highway of the world. Free flow of heavy and bulky materials from one part of the world to another is possible because of ocean transport. There are no major obstacles along ocean routes excepting the problem of icebergs. We know there are rocks of ice floating freely on the oceans, for example, the colder ones, the Atlantic Ocean, and sometimes the water transport, the ships bang into these icebergs and they got damaged. We all know the story of the largest ship ever sailed, which was the Titanic, and it also sank because it banged into an iceberg. So there is a problem of iceberg hitting the oceans from between on their way. Apart from that, there are no hurdles as such on the sea routes. So ships can sail very easily from one place to another, excepting the problem of iceberg in the polar regions and the climatic hazards of fog and storm. Sometimes the ship can be hit by a storm and sometimes there is a dense fog. If you have studied the concept of rainfall, and we have also discussed the rain front, on the rain front, there is thick and dense fog, and it sometimes hampers the movement of oceans. International trade throughout the world is carried on mainly through the ocean routes. Ports are located along the routes which enable trade between different countries. And of course, the ocean routes help the countries to have an international trade. India is making goods, sending to other countries with the help of waterways. Other countries are making goods, things they are making, and they are sending to India to be sold. They are importing it, exporting it to India, and this is carried on through water transportation. People, we will keep the explanation till here only. Let us mark down some question answers. Turn to page number 63 and please be very careful. Very short answer. Please, I repeat, do this exercise in the fair copy. Make a circle on exercise D and write down copy. So this is to be done in complete sentences. Do write the answer in full sentences, please. Do not write them in one word. Give the name of the 6-lane super express highway. Come on. What is the 6-lane super express highway called in India? Which connects Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata and Chennai?
Ma'am, Golden Quadrilateral.
Very good. Write the answer. Golden Quadrilateral. GOLDEN. Golden Quadrilateral. 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 Golden quadrilateral. If you are confused about the spelling, please check the book. It is there also. But please do not write wrong answer. Golden quadrilateral is the name of a 6-lane super express highway. That's it. Question number 2. Who invented the steam engine? Write the answer.
Ma'am, James.
James. Very good. Very good if you know the answer. James what? James. W-A-T-T. James Watt invented the steam engine. Invented the steam engine. E-N-G-I-N-E. Full stop. Question number 3. Name the important inland waterway of India. Please turn to page number 57. We have discussed this today. Where it is written right hand side, important inland waterways. Check out the first point. 1, 2, 3, 3 points are given. Check out the first one. Write the answer. The Ganga Brahmaputra river system. The Ganga Brahmaputra river system in our country is a well-used inland waterway which carries bulky agricultural cargo and passengers. Close the bracket at passengers. This is answer number D3. I repeat, D3, page number 57, from Ganga Brahmaputra river system till cargo and passengers. Question number D4. Who developed the first programmable computer? I hope you know this. The first, write the answer. Charles Babbage. C-H-A-R-L-E-S. C-H-A-R-L-E-S. Charles Babbage. B-A-B-B-A-G-E. B-A-B-B-A-G-E. Charles Babbage. And then copy the answer from the question part. Developed the first programmable computer. I repeat, do write these answers in full sentence. Question number D5. Question number D5. Which is the fastest mode of transport? Write the answer. Airways. A-I-R-W-A-Y-S. Airways is the fastest mode of transport. Airways is the fastest mode of transport. That's it for exercise D. Since the time is running, we can quickly mark exercise E also, a few, till we can reach the desired time. Name any 4 means of transport. Turn to page number 55. Left side, second paragraph of the chapter. Under the heading Modern Transport, begin it from the first line of this paragraph. Roads, railways, waterways, and airways are the different means of transportation in the world. Close the bracket at world. That's it for the answer. Question number E2. Mention any 2 merits of railways. What factors lead to concentration of railway network? For this, turn to page number 56. Page number 56. Write the answer. Last paragraph, 4th line. Last paragraph, 4th line. Railways form the fastest and cheapest linkage on land. They are the best means for carrying bulky goods and a large number of people over long distances in less time. They are also cheap and efficient. Close the bracket. This is first part of E2. This is first part of E2. Second part of E2, children. Check out the next paragraph. Flat terrain. Begin it from flat terrain. Flat terrain and huge population density accentuated with high level of agricultural and industrial development have led to high concentration of railway network in the plains. Close the bracket at network in the plains. This is the answer number E2. First part, first paragraph. Second part, second paragraph. Question number E3. What is mass communication? Page number 61. E3, page number 61. Right side under the heading mass communication. Third line. Under the heading mass communication, third line. Mass communication includes electronic media like radio, television, films, and internet. The print media consists of newspaper, magazine, periodicals, and books. As these means of communicate to a large number of people at the same time, they are termed as mass communication. They provide us information, educate us, as well as entertain us. They help in forming public opinion. Close the bracket at public opinion. So there is a total of 9 lines from mass communication includes till they help in forming public opinion. Quickly, question number E4. Why railways are better than trucks for carrying goods to longer distances? Write the answer. Turn to page number 56 once again. Page number 56 once again. You have marked second part of E2 from flat terrain to network in the plains. This is the same answer for answer number E4. जो E2 का second part है, it is the same answer for E4. For E4, you will not write the first part of E2, but you will write only the second part from flat terrain to plains. And the last answer, E5. Why is water transport cheaper than land transport? Page number 57, under the heading waterways. Waterways, second paragraph, fourth line. Waterways, second paragraph, fourth line. They are the cheapest because very little cost is involved in building the transport network. They occur naturally as rivers, lakes, seas and oceans, the natural highway for transportation. The natural highway for transportation. So that's it. Please do exercise D and D in your fair copies.